Development in the murder of Dora teenager Nicholas Hawkins. His body was found on February 16th in a wooded area just days after he frantically called his mother, telling her someone was trying to kill him. Investigators say his body was found wrapped in a blanket. He had been shot. 6 people are charged in connection with his death. 3 of them, Joshua Reese, Corey Connor, and Danny Jarvis, face murder charges. Tessa Wise and Colton Eccles are charged with hindering the prosecution. Reese's mother is also charged with hindering prosecution. Tonight, the bond for one of those suspects has been dramatically reduced, and his lawyer is explaining another side to this story. CBS 42 News reporter Jamie Ostroff has that story from our newsroom tonight. Jamie.
Well, Sherry, as you just said, and as we have been reporting throughout this, 6 people have been charged in connection to the murder of Nick Hawkins. Now, while all of these charges still stand, the lawyer for one of those people, Colton Eccles, maintains that his client is not connected to the murder. In discussing this case, attorney Herbie Brewer wants to make 2 things clear.
Well, this was a nice young man. He did not deserve to be killed this way. His family should not be going through what they're going through. Law enforcement literally worked night and day on this case with so many agencies, and I think it's fair to say that they were at a point where they weren't going to leave, as the old saying goes, any rock unturned.
Brewer's client, 20-year-old Colton Eccles, is charged with hindering prosecution, while the Walker County Sheriff's Office investigated the murder of Nick Hawkins. Eccles' bond was $100,000 cash, but at his bond hearing Tuesday, it was reduced to $15,000 in property.
They reluctantly had to admit that they didn't have any evidence directly implicating Colton in any part of the killing or anything.
Brewer explains that Eccles voluntarily went in for questioning on February 22nd. He said investigators wanted to know if he was at a house party on the 14th. That was the day after Hawkins was last heard from. It was also where accused killer Joshua Adam Reese showed up in Nick's car. When asked about it, Eccles didn't want to get in trouble for partying, Brewer says.
Being very cautious, trying to keep himself out of some trouble, for potential trouble anyway, for other matters. The police found out that he didn't tell them the whole truth about some things.
But the truth, according to Brewer, is that at the time, Eccles knew nothing about the murder of Nick Hawkins.
And I will say this, if these young men that they've got charged with the death of Nick Hawkins did this and they're found guilty, then I, as my client does, I hope that they get punished to the full extent of the law.
Colton Eccles has a preliminary hearing scheduled for tomorrow morning. His attorney says he is ready to answer to his charge and tell the truth. Jamie Ostroff, CBS 42 News.